Hey everyone, this is Trucker Wayne on Facebook, Wayne Craig on LinkedIn with Driver Solutions, getting back to the basics. This is really a series for someone who is just getting into the business. Maybe you're just in, maybe you've been in for a few months, and we're going to talk about how important time management is, trip planning, when you first get in. When you first get into the industry, you'll realize, and I will say in my experience, that when you start to get these loads and you see it, most of the places I've worked with, they're almost always doable. Most are giving you 50, 55 miles per hour, and your truck is almost always going to be governed higher than that. They give you a lot of leeway. Whether or not you think they give you a lot of leeway, I can only speak from my experience. I found it very easily done. Even the dedicated routes that I was on, and some people were saying they were just too tight of windows. I never found it to be because of time management. One of the things too is you're going to be on your own. You're going to be basically your own boss until you prove you need someone to hold your hand. One of the biggest draws to people coming into this industry is they actually believe that they're going to be their own boss, which they can be. That's an exciting thing to know that you're going to, let's say, be a company driver and you can basically make up your own time and your hours for the most part, just as long as you get it there on time safely and with the schedule they have set for you. But one of the things that happens is if you are struggling to manage yourself, you all of a sudden do have a boss. You start getting those calls telling you, hey, they watch all this stuff. Everybody watches this stuff, unless you're a pure owner operator. You know, they're seeing if you're out of the truck after 10 hours doing your pre-trip, getting ready, or you spending 12 or 13 hours in your sleeper. A lot of things in trucking, it's really a lot of times, not always, but if you're purely talking about you getting up after 10 hours of break and start your pre-trip right away. If you're not, a lot of times that's on you. You can say that you need to take a shower, you need to eat, you need to do this. Basically, everyone, if you're spending way too much time because you're doing other things and you're not managing your time correctly, you will all of a sudden have a boss calling you, hey, it's been 13 hours. These are hours that you'll never get back a lot of times. If you spend 13 hours in the sleeper or off duty and sleeper, whatever, these are hours that you'll never ever get back. And if you're on some sort of schedule, you will be getting those calls. But it's exciting if you're thinking about getting into this industry. It is exciting when you can become your own boss. You're not getting constant calls. They can learn to trust you that you're going to be able to get there on time after you look at the load. That's very hard at first too, is to look at it, look at the load and go, okay, I know that I'm going to be able to do this. It comes with time. After 8 years, I can basically, even going cross country, I can look at it and say, okay, that's doable or not doable, and then talk to someone in the office. Time management, everyone. It's how much do you spend your time during. Do you use your whole 14 hours every day because you stop for lunch for an hour every day too? These are small things that add up to big things in the end. And just think a lot, spend a lot of time on your trip plan. If you just start her up and go, some people can do that, but a lot of times it'll come back to bite you. So think about that, because me and Driver Solutions are getting back to the basics. And the biggest basic that they go over trip planning in school with you, but you're going to find out how important it truly is when you're sitting in this wheel, and you need to be productive, and you need to start thinking about your time on the road driving. Hey, you can go to, if you want to get another truck driver, even yourselves, a gift for Christmas coming up, go to www.truckdrivergifts.com, www.truckdrivergifts.com. That it's an awesome way to figure out, giving you ideas of what to get to trucker in your life. This is Trucker Wayne on Facebook, Wayne Craig on LinkedIn with Driver Solutions, getting back to the basics. I'm out.